Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Last time we started started going through the second case more thoroughly and had a lot of interesting facts shown. Let's go with that. And this time we're trying to gather more evidence about who the true killer is. And now we have ended up inside the Maractus clinic, of which there's interestingly some immediate points of notice, but let's leave those for later. The clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. That's not threatening in the slightest. I need to take a drink of water out the gate. So addicted to chocolate. Ugh. Brutal. Not effective. A little scary, if you ask me.
Look, the store says doctor's office.
Think this is the victim's private office?
It's not locked. Too bad.
Why too bad?
I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks, don't even bother putting them on when I'm around.
That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. What the?
Apollo? The sound! It came from behind this door.
Someone's in there.
Let's check it out, Trucy.
Let's check it out, Trucy. Break in! Break in! They let us through that window!
Wait, Apollo! You're too late to catch them now.
Must be your experience as a, underwear snatcher Hey, sir, talking? Well, we should tell the police.
Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance.
You're right. She's better at this than I am.
Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now.
I never actually got to fully explore this section first. The plan on this door reads doctor's office.
That's pretty intense, wasn't it?
If we got in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar.
But Apollo, what would you have said if we did see them? We can't exactly shout out, "Hey, who are you?"
Does like a certain punch.
Let's think of something cool to say for the next time we do meet a burglar.
You want there to be a next time? Well, here we are.
These must be the slippers for the patients at the clinic.
Same as the pair we found, of course.
Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms. Which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder.
Right. Paint's from the hit and run, after all. But what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Whose shoes are these?
There's a single pair of sandals here.
Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients.
Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus.
What I think it could be is there's a pair of missing slippers here, and yet, strangely, a pair of unfitting sandals here. You think whoever stole the slippers forgot to take their own shoes? You'd think they'd use this house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here...
Why'd they leave without their shoes?
Better take a closer look at these, just in case. I had a feeling. Cute women's sandals. I am getting a really bad feeling. I've been having this suspicion about who the killer might be, and I hope I'm wrong, because I'm gonna feel bad for the guy if I'm right. Because so far, the thing that puts me most on edge is... you. Something about you just doesn't seem right. Even Plum said that she sensed something about you. Let's take a look at them sandals. Think we can get a footprint? Aha, here we go. Game? I know, I see it.
Hey, Apollo! You think this is...
Huh. This could be a toe print.
Maybe we can get a print off this. Let's try it out.
There's something more ominous about the silence, I gotta say. Alright, that should be good. There we go. Hey, it worked. It looks like a big toe, maybe?
Wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print. But is there such thing as illicit toe prints?
Oh, good point. There is. Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print.
It seems like a good time to ask detective advice.
Yeah, good idea. She did say to bring the slippers with something else that we could compare. Did I actually look at the print left here? You know what? That's not actually a good idea. We'll do it later. Anyways, the other big thing of note is all these pots.
Look at all these bowls.
They're from Eldoon's Noodles. They're Mr. Salty.
Then I think we figured something out.
I think we have.
Mr. Eldoon must do takeout.
Not exactly what I was thinking.
All the bowls have been washed clean.
I think we found our first clue, Trucy.
Brana.
Okay. Before we examine that room, let's go back to Sky and see what she has to say in regards to... See if we can compare the shoes.
I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science.
Actually, I have us analyzing face prints.
Let's ask Detective Sky to help us, Apollo.
Alright. Sky.
Ah, the slippers. It's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course.
There is? What?
All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance.
Oh, right. So if the prints match, you know the same person wore both. Haven't our shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here.
Really?
I'm beginning to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with the other print?
Take that!
This pair of sandals, toe print and all.
Oh, the print on these is nice and clear too. That makes our job easy.
Can you analyze it for us?
Of course. Hang on. Bingo. Gosh, I'm good.
Hey, we were the ones who found the prints.
A perfect match. The same person wore these, sandals, and slippers.
I was afraid of that.
All you have to do now is find out who these sandals belong to. Or, do you already know?
I can't say. Not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth.
Well, if the prints on these slippers and the sandals match, which they do, it means that the same person was wearing them. You know, I thought that's what it might mean. Science is amazing. It is, isn't it? I've never felt so alive.
I don't know about science, but this is a major lead. This guy might have given another oh, yeah. We're gonna do it again, aren't we? I forgot about it. We never actually did... So, did we never do... We never did this one, did we? I mean, we know who this is, but... We know who this is, but might as well, right? Good. Funny shoe. Got it. So, this is gonna be Mr. Stickler, right? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Let me see something. Yeah, okay, obviously that's Mr. Stickler. So, I think that means I've now done all 3, I'm pretty sure. Match found! So these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. This confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least.
Now we know where the penny snatcher was standing.
Alright, that's all that. Alright, in that case, let's head back to the doctor's office. Let's finish up what we were actually supposed to be doing there. I forgot I have to go to El Dunes to get to the doctor's office because for some reason it's weird like that. Anyways, the clinic. Now, the office. There's a bunch of oddities here. First off, the window's ajar.
It must be our burglar escaped.
I wonder who it was.
He was just a burglar who happened to pick here.
Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least.
I'd give it a month myself.
Whoever broke in obviously needed a break in today. Meaning there's something important here, is what that tells me. Books and papers are scattered around the room.
Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Dad's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry.
Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice has spilled out of the cup. It's dry.
So, the messy one wasn't our burglar just now.
Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. Huh. Interesting. Why is this on the floor?
Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken.
Broken? Don't you mean burned out?
No, our cat burglar must have dropped it.
But why was it standing up on the floor like that then?
Hey, look at the cord.
Huh? There's a red splotch on a part of the cord. You think that's blood?
It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish.
Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. With a red stain on the cord. Let me take a look at that. Ah, here we are. This cord runs to the lamp, has a red stain on it. Is that lipstick? That almost looks like lipstick to me. I wonder what left that stain.
Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped.
Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord?
I used to write my name on my magic ropes.
Thank you, Juicy. Ah, you're right. The bulb is broken. The bulb is broken. It won't turn on.
Oh? How's it broken?
Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Yep. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
My finger!
You're bleeding! Let me see that. Wait.
Magic blood. Gotcha.
Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my co-workers injuring themselves on the evidence. Swear to God, Drucy. Huh. Interesting. Do I want to know? Whoa, what are those? The wall's covered with beakers.
Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo.
Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish.
What? They're just fish? Well, they're all fish. So many kinds.
Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. Yeah? Also, they seem to like having things be as difficult as can be. Imagine having to feed all your fish individually. God. This is also knocked over. This pod planet's seen better days. It doesn't make sense either.
What doesn't?
Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right?
That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar.
So why look under a potted plant?
Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe.
I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe?
Then maybe the burglar was looking for the house keys.
This is getting nowhere fast. Trucy. Okay, the big boy.
What a cute little safe.
Looks like a 4-digit lock. Do I know any 4-digit codes? Not that I can think of. Oh! Oh! The burglar was trying to put something in. 7-9. Is there...
Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7-9... Wait, do you think...
That burglar just now was trying to open it. I wonder what's inside the safe.
Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers?
7-9, 7-9, 7-9. What importance do the numbers of 7 and 9 have? Seven, 9, 7, 9. Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9.
Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers.
I wonder. Is there... 7, 9? It would have to be something related to... Well... Would it be something related to Maractus? What could possibly be the code? I don't think so. That would be a bit too lucky, don't you think?
Well, I suppose. If only there's something that could finger which buttons have been pressed.
Oh! Oh! Hey, there is a way after all. Aha! I see. We're going a very interesting route, which is definitely possible. Let's try it. There is something that might have a way. I have an idea.
I knew it, Apollo. What is it?
Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are.
Take that!
Let's look for some prints, shall we?
When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them.
When you press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right?
It would leave a print.
When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So, if we can find the buttons with fingerprints...
We'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo.
Let's do it. Let's just cover it all up. And... 7, 9, and it's either 5, 2 or 2, 5. Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9.
These are glove marks. That the burglar must have been wearing gloves.
Well, we might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Seven, 9, 5, 2. Bingo. Alright, what was so important that someone had to break in to get it? It opened. Oh, what the? That's a bullet! What? Hang on! This looks like a bullet hole.
You'd still see the bullet sticking out of it.
Why is it in the middle of a safe?
Hey, the bullet came out. The tip is all squished.
Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. Wait! Didn't that make sense though? This gun was said to fire 2 rounds. If one round was fired back at one round was fired back at the crime scene, obviously, but one was also fired here. So here's where the second bullet was. This bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. Bullet out of the court record, squished from impact with the back of the safe. Let's take a look at that one. Looks like a cupcake.
Wow, it's all mushed.
It was one tough safe.
You know, it looks kind of yummy.
Okay, thank you for also acknowledging it looks like a muffin. Huh?
Like ice cream. Caramel.
You certainly have an active imagination, Druzy. Aside from that, it looks pretty normal. And of course, this important-looking file.
This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it.
An x-ray? Huh. Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak.
But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Waki Kitaki. So this is Waki. Our client's chart, huh?
Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see. The physician's signature says Pal Maractus. Huh?
What is it, Apollo?
Look here where it says who filed the chart.
Let's see.
There's Alita Tiala. Oh, God. Yep. So, I see. I'm starting to get a really deep, bad feeling about this. Alita Tiala is Waki's fiance.
That's one Ida too many, Pololo.
Never mind that. What's her name doing here?
How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic.
Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. Yep, I'm starting to get worried. I'm starting to wonder if she's the killer. Because she would have access to this clinic. It would make sense why she'd be here. And now that I think about it, I wonder, maybe there is a reason. I have a feeling I might... There's a vague reason for why she might kill Pal Maractus forming in my mind. It's very shoddy, mind you, but... What if she really does love, Waki? Enough to follow him into doing some, illegal things, even though he was mostly... Remember how, Plum said that, Waki, like, he would act tough, but he would never hurt a fly, like, he had a gun, but never shot her or whatever? What if Tiala didn't know that, and thought he was serious, and wanted to, let's say help with with him, you know?
I'm sure she had her reasons.
So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus Clinic, and she had access to Waki Kitaki's medical chart.
You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo.
I'd be very interested in to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? I know one person! I know one person indeed! One very, noodly friend of ours. He's gone. Well, whilst we're at it, though, I might as well take a look at the file myself. Pal Maractus, Alita Tiala, Waki Kitaki, age 19, male, 27. Don't know what that means. Bullet lodged near heart. Strange. If I can find our noodle friend, then I think I can get these charts analyzed. I feel like I'm supposed to give you something. Oh, wait. You want to see this bullet?
Type the sky. I was wondering about this.
Druzy, wait!
What?
This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet.
Oh, right. We can use this in the trial tomorrow. Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly.
Hey, you know anything about Duck?
Type the sky. I was wondering about this.
Druzy, wait! What did I just say? That's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. That's our secret weapon into our strong for sure.
Oh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? Stop talking behind my back, please. It's kind of annoying.
Say, could you take a look at this lamp?
The bulb's broken.
Right, strange, isn't it?
Really? I break bulbs all the time. What the hell do you do? My desk is a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not so bright, huh?
Ouch.
I still think it's kind of odd.
Is there anyone else? Let's see. Let's try going to the right agency. Let's try going to the Hickfield Clinic. Oh, wait. Hold on. We got something here. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something. I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. That's right. Tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. While we're at it, you know Bullet... Sarah shouldn't be so thoroughly ignored. Nah, he's probably not going to react to anything. 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yeah. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. He was at the bar exam abroad, in Europe. The progressive over there, you know? I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. To my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Phoenix? Tell me, how's it feel? How's it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forged attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. What about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial? There was a single piece of forged evidence. I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping in my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence. Maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Wait a minute. I want to show you some. I don't know why I thought that would do something, but it didn't. Nice! Alright, what about the detention center? Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back in days. Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, Man. Now I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. I can see that. One can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson. And failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. Alright, let's get to the bottom of this. I need to know. Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bombed for her. Yep. So, that guarantees her existence at the crime scene. She had to be there.
For Miss Tiala?
Yeah, a birthday present.
Oh, Walkie, I feel so bad for you, buddy. You might be a gang boss, but damn, you don't even realize the truth, do you? I might not realize the truth, but so far it ain't looking so hot for either of us.
She got mellow feet, man. Why are you staring at me like that?
So these sandals are hers.
Yeah, kind of feeling.
What's with the funky vibes?
Yep. Alita's shoes.
That's so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G.
Seems we're occupied with something else.
What am I elitist doing? Yeah, I miss her.
If I might ask, can we look at this?
Huh? What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait.
That's right, Rocky. It's yours.
Now look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right?
I don't think he gets it, Apollo.
Take a closer look. Here, in particular, where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala.
Huh? You let us do your homework.
So you met Miss Tiala when you...
Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So?
Could you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting?
Fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad.
Well, at least he seems pretty agreeable to it. I don't get the feeling that he's bad. I mean, obviously he's part of a gang group, but... what about your knife? What about the gun? He's probably not going to say anything regarding that, actually, now I think about it. Let's just cut to the chase, then. Guilty verdict.
Hey man, you won't see me bugging out about 1 or 2 guilty charges.
But what if you're found guilty of murder?
Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't get the death penalty, do they?
You didn't really do it, did you?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
If I've learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Your father.
Man, my old man's whack. Disappointed, that's what he is.
I heard he wants to leave the mob.
Over my dead body. I've spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. And my old man wants to go soft? Fine, whatever. Just let me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family.
Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake.
5 years ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure. They came in and got me, hauled me off to the doc's off.
The Maractus Clinic?
That's where I met her, my fallen angel.
You mean Alita Tiala?
She was scared of me at first, turns out. You know what they say, that guy always gets the ladies.
Right.
She was done with that clinic anyhow. So it's like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style, guess what she said?
What'd she say?
Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet like on the download, know what I'm saying? I'll leave, if you'll marry me.
So, that was the proposal.
You know it, an open love right there in the hospital room. And just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye.
About that op.
Yeah, didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report, I know it's still in me.
This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said.
Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying?
But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup?
Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I?
Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before?
Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean.
Interesting. Lamp. Well, I want to go back and see if Eldune's returned yet. Ah!
Mr. Eldoon, we've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Trucy doll?
Paul, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice.
I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay?
I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good.
Mr. Eldoon. let's cut to the chase. I need you to look at this for me, buddy. Mr. Aldoon, could you take a look at this?
Medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics.
Why is on silence, Mr. Aldoon?
What? What's going on here?
That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client.
He's on trial on suspicion of murder.
On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD.
ABD?
Oh, but Dad, he's knocking on the pearly gates, and someone's about to answer.
Wait. Are you saying he's... Wait, what? Can you tell us why? Aldoon? Whoa! What?
Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son.
No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Yep, there we go. Walkie's chart.
Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right up beside his heart.
That's right.
Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there.
Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it?
Well, about the only reason I think of is it was too tricky to operate on.
What?
That bullet snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, and there'd be some serious bleeding go on in there. Not something your average doc be eager to fiddle with.
You mean...
It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician.
I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet.
Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, tops.
Well, Walkie's operation was already half a year ago.
That's what I'm saying, you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table.
Great. Just great.
How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there?
I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair.
Despair?
About the only thing he could do was sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admit he couldn't take it out.
Oh. Are you saying he wanted to take it out, but knew it was basically impossible with what he had?
The Kitakis.
You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So, he skips the operation while he's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold.
How awful.
And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to him. He probably cover up the truth of what happened.
This is horrible. He left Walkie to die.
There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll. Waiting. Hungry. Compared to it, these gang turf wars are like kids' games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. It'll take you all the same.
You're a surgeon, right, Mr. Aldoon? You could operate on Walkie, couldn't you?
I wish.
What?
I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world.
So Walkie...
He's real lucky to be alive even now.
No.
There's one problem.
Apollo?
This chart, look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala.
That's right. This operation was how they met.
Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? It doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, You'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged.
What was she thinking? Apollo?
What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? I have a real bad feeling about this case. I don't. This is getting scary. Here we go. Trial day 2. Let us begin. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
This is it. The big day. Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh? What time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Yes, looking at you, kid.
Good luck today, Apollo. Wait, that voice, is it? Yep. Yeah, get any sleep? Mr. Wright! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Dad, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mom one of these days, Dad.
It's barely more and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's going to be a witness.
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I got my underwear back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of here.
Please don't. June 17th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Wakiki-Taki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Still guilty of panty snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
Correct, Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
The outside?
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see, to his betrothed.
His betrothed?
His fiancé, Judge, is part of life, with no chance for parole.
Very well, you may show the, Lucky ready to the stand. I'm not sure I like you.
Your name and occupation, Fräulein?
Alita, my occupation is future wife.
Traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater.
Judge? Huh?
You're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty. Another admirable trait.
Fräulein, is it true that, on the day of the crime, the defendant, Wakiki-Taki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court. All right, witness testimony time. Waki's plan.
That was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then?
Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it...
Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes,
this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called, rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprints, left on every bullet it fires.
And when did you first hear about Walkie's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. If you really are as untrustworthy as I think you are, then there's something wrong here. It was the day the family health checkup results came back. Right. That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Walkie looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So, you were there at the time?
Yes. Poor Walkie.
Walkie found out Murata's life, flew into rage. Whoopsie. That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy of file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. One of the family's pistols. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Walkie's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps this treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthday. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate greystone.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets. And danger. The point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol. You already know what happened, mate. What happened, meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him, I really did. But Walkie wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. How can you say that for certain? How? Floyd, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, the Walkie, was it? Who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, huh? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? Could someone else have used that pistol? Based on your testimony, there was clearly one other person that had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Take that! Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Objection! Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this? It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for spoiling a partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I'd hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim? we might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. It's gotta be the chart.
It looks like a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What? Miss Tiala, what is it? Why is your name on this chart?
Aha! Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. I embrace the ones I love. Past flaws and all, but...
There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly.
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Still connected? Oh, yeah. Your shoes. Why were they there? These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are a lot of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Oh! Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's a little point in denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day?
Starting to see some true colors here, huh? The Maractus Clinic.
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him, after all. I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend.
By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation?
He was a timid small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
It does make sense.
Yes, but there's still one thing which does not.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, sure? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home.
I would have worn those sandals home too.
So, why were these sandals left behind? Why are you helping me, Gavin? You point out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, ja, poet? You know, I feel. Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling the holes in her testimony.
The defense may begin the cross-examination.
I feel like I need to prove that she wore the different pair back. I wonder, though. I see that icon above me. The icon of the bracelet. Alright, let's start pressing. Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day? Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, Jean. That's what's been bugging me. I've been wondering, there's been something in the back of my mind that's been bugging me, and I couldn't tell what I needed to say to put into words, but now I know what it is. It's, why was Maractus doing the things he was doing? Why does it seem like he was the one who hit Phoenix? Why does it seem like he was the one who was... Why would he be pulling a noodle cart of all things? It doesn't make sense. Why would he be doing half the things he was doing?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor...
Tim man too timid to admit his own mistakes. You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, right?
If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course, if he told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. We know that Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him.
No dark secrets, huh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
She's hiding something, I know it. There must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
But then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you?
No, I did for him, for us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, Ja?
I don't want them to take my Waki away.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I feel like this doesn't make sense. Nothing to hide, huh?
Objection!
Your Honor! Think fast, Chucklenut! Think fast, Nuggled! Oh.
Objection!
Never mind. What? Your Honor! Think fast, Chucklehead! Let's see. Okay, so my first time in half a year. Okay, let me look at the history. No dark secrets. I know she's hiding. There must be some evidence that proves it. What are you hiding?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I'm What was I doing again? Hmm. Do you know why she went to the clinic? Your Honor, help me out here, man. I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor was a timid man, too timid to admit his mistake. Hang on. Wasn't a boss you made friends with? And yet you also call him not a friend? I went to warn him. After all, I knew Blocky had the pistol.
Objection!
I am actually at a loss here. What? Maybe I'm just having a bad brain moment. Look at my no. Not hiding any dark secrets.
Objection!
This evidence is showing why I'm... Hey, welcome stream. The games can be hard, yeah. I just gotta think. So, the main thing is that it mentions that there's something... She's hiding something, I know it. I must have the evidence that proves it too. So, what do you think? Whatever you like. With one thought in my mind... Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any secrets.
Objection!
Noodle bowl, no. She's got... So, okay. Try and think it slow here. Why else would I have gotten? Let me look at some of the other testimony one more time from pressing. Run away. I only thought that was one way to avoid the problem. Why go in person? Till 9 p.m. The victim was busy driving. Want the answer if you're okay with that? You know what I'll do? I think I know what I'll do. There's an option here that does... I'll just put this on for like a second. Okay, so it is something here, as I thought. So something here is wrong. I mean, if I hit all the answers long enough. Wait. It's in this page. Objection! It's on the second page, or maybe the third. I want to see if I can try and figure it out. Oh, whilst also having the hint. Sorry if this is taking a while. I'm being too stubborn. Objection! Alright, I'm giving myself one more try, and then I'm gonna use the story mode to advance, because even I can understand this is taking a little too long. One more try. If I don't get it, I'm just gonna have... Objection! Oh, duh! Wait! Oh... This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes?
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Yala, you know why it was, don't you? Hey. Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure to make him say it's starting to be hard. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to think. Sometimes you have to think outside the box. Other times it might just be as simple as like, oh yeah, the thing that proves a connection or something like that. And sometimes you end up doing one way when you should be doing the other. Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. But, Doctor... And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? Love series we need to look up guys for, yeah. And I don't think there's any shame in that. Again, I was just being a bit stubborn knowing that it's like, I feel like I'm so close, but at the same time I don't want to take too long.
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little attorney.
Oh! It's happening again. So... My bracelet's reacting again.
What is it, Apollo?
I felt my bracelet tighten just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Huh? And what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. We don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses.
And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? Ooh, this seems cool. I like this. Alright, Miss Tiala. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? Here again. Let's look at the fingers. I feel like... Hmm. Hmm. Hang on, if I pass... Oh, I'm allowed to do it on other statements, it looks like. Let's try it on other statements, see if anything crops up. Hmm. Something small. Anything. Something absolutely minuscule. Any eye twitches, maybe? Hmm. Then again, it was the final statement, or this statement that changed, so it probably is this. This game is kind of fun. I do like this. There's just something so satisfying if you, about, look, there's just, I don't know. Something small. A half-year-old chart. Hmm. Oh, wait. I didn't even think about this, but maybe I should press this. But your signature was on that chart.
So, what does that have to do with this case? If there was something in that chart to make me look bad, I would have dealt with it. The only one responsible for that chart is the presiding doctor, Dr. Maractus.
She's hiding something, I can smell it. And I bet she's got a habit that gives it away. You just have to focus to find her nervous habit. Maybe it's time to give my bracelet a rub. Something small. Aha! Gotcha! Well, well, well. So, why are you rubbing that ring on your finger? Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
What?
She was unsure. I saw it. Now. That's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why if that were the case? I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Huh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. Also, I'm just now noticing the safe says the final cross-examination. Really? The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Chart became a threat because of this. Now... Hmm... Ah. A chart becomes a threat because of this. A health checkup report. Oh, yeah. Belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Oh, nothing. Why should I think of anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half-year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. Then the chart came back to haunt you. There we go. Gotcha. That's all, Your Honor.
What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying?
I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed it.
Order! Order!
I did it! I broke her testimony!
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. That was right about you. Wait,
Miss Tiala?
it's true. That chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet with the doctor that day. That's all. I told him about Waki went home.
It appears this cross-examination is far from over.
What?
She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close!
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Even when I break you, it seems like there's something else. I warned him and left. How did Dr. Marx respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn that Kitaki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday right here in this courtroom.
Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Dr. Marx's office that day, huh?
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
To figure out what really happened to that clinic. Nothing happened at all. Alright. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? Looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually.
This bullet also, wow, ouch, was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
Inside the safe! I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there's a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, eh, Forehead?
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
Let's see. Is this from the same pistol? 3 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. There we go.
Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position.
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged in without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination?
What?
It reminds me, apparently the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will.
Nefarious! So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune?
Huh? Uh-oh.
Oh god!
You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you'd abuse my Alita.
I think you mean accused.
Same difference, but you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that park.
Waki! Just cool down a second, please.
You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll...
Miss Tiala?
I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny?
Waki, wake up and smell reality.
Alita, baby?
The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita.
Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean, anyway.
So, family fortune is what you're really after.
That's right. I wanted the money.
No way. That's whack. You trying to hear that?
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Accuse.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, but
What are you talking about?
Trissy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken walkies. You think you'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say it was me. I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation, but the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly, the Fräulein wanted that shot. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening the safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the shot?
Oh.
You see? That shot wouldn't have been left in that safe.
Ugh.
He's right. So why was the chart left inside?
Miss Tiala?
Yes?
It's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day.
Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. The Maractus Clinic 2.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I won that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Huh?
You went back later.
That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the shot then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. Noisy feet with the cops all over the place.
So it was you who was the actual person in there. You were the one who was, that we almost saw opening the safe. Ah! That was you! Yep, that was her. So... Now, that doesn't explain the state the room was in, though. So you were the burglar.
That was you two. If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing. Brazen at that.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They're gangsters, you know?
There are a lot of issues in this.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination.
Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, huh? The Maractus Clinic 2. Why that day?
That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. That makes sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah? I'm kind of thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually. Later,
When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way.
But why did Dr. Maractus keep the chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. That chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. In any case, I didn't shoot him.
I don't have any proof that I stole the pistol. Wait a minute. 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 There might be something. I'll press the statements first, but there might be something I'm just realizing. And it finally makes one... If I'm on the right track here, then one thing starts to make sense. The paint. The paint that was in front of the Kitaki's house. The paint was only in front of the Kitaki's house. And yet these were taken from the Maractus Clinic. I'm gonna press the rest of these first, but you could have stolen it.
Could have? Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Rocky. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. Ugh. He's right, isn't he?
Hold it!
Yeah, but...
But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that Brett was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further?
Why do you... This also seems weird to me. The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer was shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we had testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look. Was shot.
And no, but that testimony was proven to be a lie. The real truth, our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
Silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember,
Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can be only one explanation. The Pains guy was mistaken.
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us, Airforehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, Panty's guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim?
But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
I merely laid out the facts first. It's up to the ones possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Wakiki-Taki is standing at the killer mark. Wesley Sticker at the witness. And of course, Pal Maractus at the victim mark.
Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim?
It would have to be somewhere else. I think it's positive that the witness is where the witness should be, and I think it is true that Wakiki-Taki is where the killer, where the supposed killer is. But I don't. There's something. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
This is getting scary. I feel like I'm dug too deep here.
Objection!
Oh! It's time to raise the roof. And the stakes. Huh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Don't you do this! No! Stop playing your guitar and answer me! No! Like so?
Double penalty!
If Oed wishes to take us in a new direction, then we must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. I'm scared! Stop playing air guitar and just help me here.
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. If the right temple was where the killer shot the victim from... Wait! Don't tell me!
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. That's why all the plates and bowls were gone. Why they were in the clinic. You had to make space for someone to sit inside.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand.
Order! 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 So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
I knew this was coming.
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in a cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
Curtains. There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? That's what I want to know.
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? If someone was hiding in the stand, we have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in the stand.
Oh god, this is going so weird.
Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, too bad! I've got it right here.
Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand.
It would have to be the bowl, wouldn't it?
Thoughts, Prosecutor Gavin?
You have a choice between Evan or Al. Either our brains are damaged or our foreheads is. I wonder which it is.
This court finds Mr. Justice brain faulty. By majority vote.
It's time to pick something else. Okay, so both work, by the way. What if it's actually the noodle stand? You know what? I'm gonna try it.
Prosecutor?
Oh, wait, when did I last save? Oh, hi, I'm here. Let's save a little closer. Both work, by the way. That's cool. Proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Wait a minute. The Maractus Clinic. And they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in the trash can near the crime scene. A single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. There we go.
Objection!
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. The slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, huh? Why not?
you have an impression left by a single slipper? What if he was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically clouded with the tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Oh, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stands, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand?
I don't have proof per se, but I do know where the proof is. I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear their space in that stand. Is it the bowl? This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's Noodles noodle stand.
Yes, and what about it?
We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic.
Mr. Eldoon was very clear about those bowls.
Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too.
Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was a space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. There we go.
I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. The worst lies in that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales. This whole trial's a fairy tale.
And please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Here we go. Tiala's explanation.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation. So you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make any excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth, or it's over. Tiala's explanation. Something ain't right here. So, you did go to steal that chart.
Were you listening? I said I asked him for it.
The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him.
True, it would have been impossible without a pistol. What if she did have a pistol?
I'll admit I wanted the chart. That much is true. My reason was simple.
It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say.
Not only that, if the Kitakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with the Dr. Maractus now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky.
It seems our witness was in a fix as well.
Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand? When I die, it'll be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act.
Could we be a little less morbid, please?
Sleazy, I need that chart.
He didn't understand.
He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man.
Please don't smile like that anymore. It's creepy.
He's practically delusional.
They sent you.
He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get the chart.
It makes some sense. You are their son's fiance.
Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis send me. They don't play that way. If they'd known about the chart, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise.
All I did was talk to him. Aha! I knew it!
Gotcha!
I had a feeling. Maybe this says something about me, considering I know a bunch of nervous tics because I do them all the time. I get nervous about everything. So maybe it's telling that I had a feeling. Like, one thing I know I could do sometimes is just scratch at my neck. All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch? What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What? What?
Wait! This is working better than I'd hope. I think I know why. Could you perhaps maybe move that scarf for a second? Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems that and you recall what really happened in that office. You can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? I wonder... Seems that that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone's trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened.
Take that!
What's that?
You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me.
Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala. Please remove your scarf. There we go. I think we'll see something interesting behind that scarf of yours.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my...
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No.
There we go. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Bingo! Your neck? That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You need to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Oh gosh! Oh, it's alive! You're...
Order! 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 Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Looks like my client's in its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that shot, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You!
And what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. And he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
That's it. He thought he killed you and put you in the noodle stand. That's it. That's what happened. I get it. I see now.
So, that's the truth of this whole thing, huh?
You were thought to have been killed by Maractus.
So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the code was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I?
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you are also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions with Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this.
What? Huh? Interesting when both parties bat. Yeah, also, Gavin? Not so fast. This party's just getting started.
Now we rock!
What?
The spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin? Pal Maractus choked the leader Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There's more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Alita Tiala half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And the bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin.
Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That doesn't seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps, he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park,
I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Forehead, get a guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do?
Maybe he did think he killed Leah Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand.
What killing me disturbed him that much? So much that he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse!
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then let's think about it. Logically, the doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki? I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The block is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? One last rebuttal, huh?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. Spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal sand.
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram.
Oh. I see. What better way to dispose of a body than in the waters?
There? That's a river.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
You didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. Inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouement. Wesley Stickler of panty snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant, a few things happen all at once. So many, in fact. A head turn. Someone wakes up. And...
So, I shot him.
You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you.
Well, Miss Tiala?
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Paul's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Whereof what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one that points out Forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of a doctor's car. His car?
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal the stand. And a defense without a case.
Wait!
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Oh, what an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong.
What?
Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your dad.
Dad?
That's right. That night, the cart that hit Mr. Wright.
I think I see where this is going. What if he just left that cart there, you know? What if you left that cart there? Then who does the cart belong to? Well, Eldoon. And didn't Eldoon and Maractus have a bit of a negative rivalry of sorts? It was that green sports car.
Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why did he use his beloved sports car,
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Maractus use his car to carry the body?
Is that the groan of surrender, I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case.
I think I get it. This could have been one way to finally stomp out a competitive rival.
This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night.
I don't think it's any of these. What? Someone else stole Stan? No. He carried the body in the car? No. Car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Diala. Wait, could the car not run? Oh my god. Oh my god, I just realized why. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple.
If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence? Show us proof why the car wouldn't start that night.
Let's do this.
Let's see now.
Brownies again!
All sorts of things come out of those. Even the truth.
Another crime was committed that night of the murder. The theft of these pair of underwear. The lace in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the underwear there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them?
What? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information by a certain prosecutor, may I add. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were here investigating?
And I was on my way home, and my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. Looks like it's a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
How interesting.
While Miss Yall and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Thanks, Gavin. You ain't so bad, buddy. Well, Miss Yala,
This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does.
So much happened in one night, yeah?
Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning.
What's your problem?
You, Doc. I know what you did.
Lucky?
You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man.
What? Let me explain.
Fine. I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him.
Ceaseless at once, you... Finally.
Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad.
Wow, you're awfully calm about that, I gotta say. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use our public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
You're an asshole! What? Bruh! You expected me to fail! You deserve this! I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything.
We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
Yeah, I appreciate how, cooperative he actually was at the end there. He was actually kind of helping us there. I appreciate it, Gavin. I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice? Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter here, Ford? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty. And yet, I'm still worried about Walkie, though, because isn't he going to die soon? Court is adjourned. Well, June 17th, 4:12 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
Great job, Paula! You did it!
Yeah, we did, somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you think...
Hey, attorney man! You're a bet for what you did to my Alita, Holmes!
Or to blame, I guess.
You get my Alita back! Still employing an attorney with a death wish!
Enough, Walkie. I knew it, yep. Mr. Kisaki! It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie.
What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours! Giving up on the life trying to become some kind of businessman?
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie.
Oh.
Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot! Oh, I see why he needs the money.
What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? I think I get it now. It has to be this. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean.
Aww.
Please understand, Walkie.
Dad.
Aww.
Man, I see how it is, old man. Always looking out for...
Walkie?
It's a good old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll use the OG. You try to hide your business soon, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My Walkie!
No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kitaki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes.
I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who, me? I don't think...
Someday, I'll bake you one of your our latest, the Kitaki lime pie.
He's opening a pie shop?
So long.
Aww. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. It's the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, makes a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Huh. Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, salty noodles, right. You gotta stand back already.
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Pat. Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. And I like that trial a lot. That was a lot of fun. I also got some time to stream, so let's continue on to a bit of the next case. But I really liked that trial. That was a lot of fun. It was wild. It was very wild, but I liked it. Turnabout Serenade. Let's rock. Oh. Uh-oh. What? Wait, what? Nice hair. Such a good kid. We love you! Rock on, everyone. This party's not over yet. Get out your handkerchiefs for our special guest. That's right, baby. The night's just getting started. Thank you for coming to the Gavin Ears Guilty as Charged tour. This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. Oh, where am I? Backstage hallway.
This is so cool. Us at a Gavineers concert.
Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gavineers putting the sick back in music.
Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice. Sending us those tickets at 20% off? They're hard to get a hold of, you know.
When you invite people to to a concert, it's usually free.
Let's head to his dressing room, Apollo. You know, we're a couple of VIPs. I've always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gavin Ears show.
Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name?
Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Javier. Wow, lovely name. He's so dreamy. Yeah, but I'm a girl. Supposed to swim over gods of rock.
God awful, maybe. What is this? What is this? Bleh.
I bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. I got 12 Gavin Ears albums and 15 concert videos.
What in the hell? Is Phoenix okay with this development, or did he just like go back to the agency one day, see all this, and just like what? That was quite a bit of impulse shopping.
I got an advance on my next 15 years worth of allowance.
For Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity. What is this sprite? Who would have imagined me here? At a Gavin Ears concert, watching Prosecutor Gavin rock. To be honest, he was kind of cool. And I'm kind of envious. Not that I'd ever admit that to Trucy. What the? This is wild looking. What? Hey! Oh, you made it!
Mr. Gavin, thanks so much for the tickets.
And the invoice you sent along with them.
You're incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin.
Nothing like music to brighten the mood after the trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself.
Lamirar's theme, right? The siren of the ballad.
I don't even know how to say it. Lamirar? Lamiroy? I'll figure it out. Oh yeah. That flyer said she flew all the way over for this show. That's right. I happened to catch a show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. Roy says he praised me too highly. Hi there. Oh, who's this guy? He's huge. Allow me to introduce you, Mr. Romain Enletus. Roy's manager and her interpreter, incidentally. It is a great honor for us to be here. And a great honor for Miss Roy to be here in this country. Excuse you? Excuse you? I don't even know what to say here. What? Huh? That voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. Huh? Hi. I don't understand. Considering how much my push Steel Samurai Phoenix, nice. One obsession after another.
So Lamiroy, I'm actually meeting Lamiroy.
I'm not sure how you say it. Lamiroy. You know what? Just to avoid confusion, I'm just going to say Lami. Lami. Mysterious songstress. Her quiet, deep song glides through the air, lilting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist. Arrow, bug, key, man doing a Hadouken. No, I'm not going through this. Amiro says, we have long looked forward to this joint performance. Lami. Your voice is art. Error. Yet without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. Hi there. I've seen this kid somewhere before.
He plays piano at all of Lami's concerts. He's cute, and he's a really good pianist.
Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear. Allow me to introduce Machi Abai. He is mine. That is why he never strays far from Lami. They are always together. They're like characters from some fairy tale.
Lami's so, what's the word? Exotic. And mysterious.
She does seem quite pretty, at least. At least her eyes do. Those are a kind of sightseeing musique.
Huh?
She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song. Even though her appearance and voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm.
Sights in the song. That's so poetic.
She was gracious enough to put my music to my lyrics tonight. The Guitar Serenade. I hope you enjoy it.
I can't wait.
And now it's time.
If there is a singing part in this, I am not singing because I do not want to embarrass myself, and also I don't even know how the rhythm's gonna go, so I don't want to ruin that.
For the next part, we're giving the Gavinius hard rock a little rest. Lami, the stage is yours.
Error.
The band members will not play during Lami's ballad. Only Machi's tender note tones and Lami's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course.
Woohoo! Nights like this make it all worthwhile, you know?
I should have learned to play the guitar. There's not much romance in chords of steel.
Come on! Let him shout!
Shall we hit the stage then?
Good luck, Mr. Gavin.
Take care, your hearts aren't stolen away, yeah?
Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly.
Wait, wow, hold on. This is actually quite high, HD looking. What, did they actually, like, huh? I don't know, I was just really surprised. I know this game was on a DS. I was just really surprised to see how HD this looks. I wonder if these are, like, it's actual models, right? Huh. Oh. Very neat. Oh, what? She gone. There. Oh gosh, what? Gavin! Gavin! Is Gavin okay? Can we not do the performance anymore? Gavin, I don't think Gavin's okay. Gavin! Somebody help Gavin! Same as it was on DS, but of course more HD, yeah. I don't know, it was just rather surprising seeing it. I don't know, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just wasn't expecting it to look the way it did for some reason.
Wow, wasn't Lami amazing? I even cried a little.
I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. I don't think that was part of it.
Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production.
It was destruction. I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. You looked as surprised as I was. Yeah! I just love that at the end of the scene, you just see him smacking his guitar in an attempt to put it out.
Is that what they call risking life and limb for art? I think he's my new hero.
I'm not sure I'd call that art.
Well, what are we doing here? Let's get back to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. There's 20 minutes till the last part of the show.
How many braces does this band need? I feel like I'm half expecting to just see Gavin just complaining to like, who the hell burned my guitar? Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. What the heck was that? I was never consulted about it. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. Oh, that's the man in charge. I play new rock, not great balls of fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whoever's responsible.
He seems upset.
Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? No! Hey, I didn't do it.
So much for risking your life for art.
The Guitar Serenade is ruined! Ruined!
Oh, let's try to talk to him at least.
I'm not sure that's the best move right now. I feel in danger somehow. There's a lot of props here, I'm noticing. A lot of cop stuff. A police uniform hangs on the stand there. Here.
Oh, I want to try it on. Nothing to see here. Move on.
It's okay, you don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly the type who's just another face in the crowd.
Really? You think so? I guess you're right.
I feel like a meanie for making that insinuation.
Meanie.
What's this? Why is that plastic bowl of stew sitting there? Why is every single food object that what? First it was a bowl of plastic spaghetti, now it's a bowl of plastic stew?
Maybe they use it for interrogating bad guys? Fess up to what you did, and we'll let you eat that stew.
That's just mean.
It gets worse. See, if the bad guy confesses, they say, okay, eat it, if you can. See, it's made of plastic. It's like you don't know which ones are the real bad guys.
I think you need to take a deep breath, Trucy. So much good player text. Honestly, I just always love every Ace Attorney game. It feels wrong to not at least look for some flavored text at the very least, but I always try and look for where I can.
Look, it's a postcard of Lamy.
What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before.
It must be our native tongue. Orginian?
Orginian, huh? Postcard added to the court record. Lamy's own publicity postcard. Let's take a look at that, actually. That's a better look of it. You know, it's just like painting. Son. I mean, nothing about this looks... Nothing about this looks intentionally odd or anything. Lamy's interpreter. His first name is Romain. Singer lauded as the siren of the ballad from the tiny country of Orginia. Lamy's favorite pianist. He is blind. Fond of her, Mr. Hattrick. Formerly an ace detective. Blah, blah, blah. The gloves. The art so pretty. I do love the art in this game. Those are some pretty heavy-duty gloves. Maybe they have to carry around hot pots or something.
They are a little thick. I couldn't even stuff a pigeon in those.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Nice. Did you use... Ooh, a guitar. Patrol.
Oh, a cruiser guitar. He sold those to commemorate 5 years of the band.
Rocking it hard under the speed limit.
There's a cruiser bass and a cruiser drum set and a cruiser keyboard. Even a cruiser whistle.
I'm not so sure about that last one.
It's for blowing the whistle on criminals.
I don't think that requires an actual whistle, Trucy.
Why not?
Did Gavin paint his, like, symbol here? Someone drew the Gavineer's mark in lipstick here.
Lipstick. I like to wear lipsticks someday.
Oh, you don't use lipstick yet, Trucy.
Dad won't let me. Not until I learn to play piano, he says.
So never. You'll be waiting a long time then, I'm afraid. Damn. Why? Oh, why is the light in here red? This place is decorated like a high school dance. It kind of is. Though I think our decorations were paper, not chains.
Gavineers are into chains. It's part of their image.
Huh, no kidding.
Ever since they used chains on the cover art for Gonna Lock You Up.
They're really into the whole police thing, aren't they?
It'd be cooler if they turned that red light on.
They don't have to turn on the red light. Why not? I see this Badger rock and roll guitar.
Guitar! That's a legendary double A400. The Red Badger.
I thought rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic.
Every aspiring guitarist wants one of these. They even paint their own guitars to look like it.
Ah, the fickleness of youth.
You should dye your hair Badger red too.
I like my hair the way it is, thank you very much.
Ugh, this stubbornness of age. You don't what?
What do you mean, stubbornness? What's the police recruitment poster doing here? Rock on with the police.
Maybe they're trying to trick kids into thinking the police are some kind of band?
That's just silly. Who'd name a band the police? Oh, this actually has a... What is this? That speaker looks familiar.
Oh?
Yeah, like the one for the PA system back in school.
Oh, we have one of those in my classroom too.
Wait, is this concert hall like just a school? That's right, she's still in junior high. I feel old. Damn. Anything else? I don't... just a quick... I'm trying to see if the hand turns red at all. I at least appreciate that the hand turns completely bright red when you're over something that you haven't checked before. Alright, Gavin, look at this. Forward? Yeah? Understand that I am not Prosecutor Gavin now. I am lead vocal of the Gavineers. That badge sings a different song on a different stage. Right. I wish I had an alter ego to hide behind sometimes. What about this postcard? What are those postcards that... Postcards there, Prosecutor Gavin? Huh? Lammies, you mean? It's part of a PR campaign. I received a stack. You can have one if you'd like. Ah, that's good to hear. Trishy already swiped one, is why.
But that's... my... What's the big idea? Making me look like a criminal. It was a collaboration. I've always wanted to do a collaboration.
Usually, a collaboration is for creating, not stealing. Let the kid dream. Damn. Anyways, let's hear you, wait, why can we move?
Apollo, where do you think you're going?
Oh. Oh, huh? I was just... I need to go to the bathroom, man.
Let's talk to Mr. Gavin while we have the chance.
Okay, I suppose. Alright, Gavin. Let's hear your, flaming guitar.
You mean the guitar, that wasn't part of the act?
Part of the act! Who'd burn up a guitar on purpose?
But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away.
Wait, you think the audience thought it was... Sounds like you got lucky.
They probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did.
He got lucky and he didn't realize it. Damn. Anyway, that guitar was the Ferrari of guitars. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. If I burned one of those at every show, I'd go broke. Unusually frugal for a rock band.
Try saying that to Mr. Gavin.
Excellent. Today's been one disaster after another. My hog won't run, my guitar case is broken.
Dad told me there'd be days like these.
What about Lami's song?
Wasn't Lami's song incredible? You worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin?
Ah, yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody.
You know, I was surprised she could sing in English.
I'm surprised she practiced I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Oh, here. Uh-oh. What's this? Seems to be the lyrics. A lyrics sheet. It's yours. Signed by myself and Nami.
Yippee! Thanks so much. Yippee!
All I ever get to sign are client defense art agreements. Damn. Contains the lyrics to Lami's ballad. Almost time for the third act of the night.
Oh, there's more?
Yes, Lami's part is done. Now it's time for us to drop our groove again, yeah? Hope you're ready to catch it.
Ready, Apollo?
I think I'll pass.
Huh?
I like the bit with Lami, but the rest could use a volume knob. Turned way down.
Apollo, you're getting old.
Ah! Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old?
Well, I'm going.
Let the old folks rest backstage, huh? Time to rock. Hey, you're older than I am! Oh, hey, wait, does everything have different flavor text now? A police uniform. Next to it is a policeman's hat and a pair of handcuffs. Guess the man is really into the police. Must be Prosecutor Gavin's bad influence. I thought rock and roll was all about being rebellious. That's neat, I get new dialogue. Chains dangle from the ceiling. They aren't glamorous, but I bet Detective Sky'd have something to say about them. What about the symbol? There's a graffiti on the mirror. And lipstick. Wait, but the Gavineers are all guys. Maybe Prosecutor Gavin wears lipstick. Guitar. The guitar looks like it was made out of a cop car door. That's right. Trucy's not here to set me straight. Now I feel kind of lonely. Damn. Plastic stew. A delicious bowl of stew. Made of plastic. Huh, the bottom of the bowl has a G on it. They sell these at concerts? Whatever happened to t-shirts? It's a stack of Lami's postcards. They have an air of mystery to them that matches her voice. The gloves. Thick leather gloves and sunglasses. Maybe we'll try these on. On second thought, no. They might be evidence for one of Prosecutor Gavin's cases. Why would he have evidence in his... You know what? On second thoughts, I don't want to know. I don't know if I want to be that concerned about Prosecutor Gavin having actual evidence of a murder or something in his as a prop. That's an odd guitar. The design is that character I saw in the hallway, but with sunglasses. What a strange mascot. It looks like he's crying. Since when was Rock about crying? I should name this guy Emo. What? What do you mean? An old-fashioned speaker hangs from the ceiling. That must be to monitor whatever's happening out on stage. I think we had the same kind of for my school's PA system. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, wait, the police guy. That police officer looks ready to rock. Some kids must see this and actually want to be cops. Somehow I don't think a rocking defense attorney would work too well. Wah, 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 wah. Back to stage. There's something on the floor. So I said, backstage hallway. Oh, hi!
Hey, it's you. That right kid.
There's a Sky. I'll let that right kid business pass.
Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shared a bottle of fingerprinting powder.
That's a new one. Snack. So, Emma, what are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. You think I want to be here? Me, in charge of security in this pit.
Oh, great. Security? Did something happen?
There's no knowing with what that Glimmer's fought. Apparently, he's all upset because something was stolen. He wants security back here to be during the concert. Where does he get off acting like he's some big rock star?
Emma, I've got some news for you. He is a big rock star.
Hey, you listening to me?
So, where's the store here lead to?
This one? That's Lami's dressing room. Don't even think of going in. There, unless you want a piece of snackoos in your face.
Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? Sometimes it don't feel like it. Anyways, may I ask, why is there an earpiece on the floor, it looks like? What's this? Some kind of headset earpiece? Emma! Why would someone leave this in the hallway? Emma! Maybe Lami's bodyguard dropped it. Emma! Emma! Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen?
If you think you're going to pull me away from my snacks just to hear you mumbling, on and on about whatever, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
At least I got her to stop munching. What's that odd-looking doll doing there?
Oh. That's the blue badge.
Did you try either talking or munching, but not both? What? She snacked me.
Serves me.
Right. No. Sorry, I don't speak snackers. Stop eating! Infinite bag of snackers. That's Prosecutor Gavin Near's dressing room.
Not so much as a hand on the door and I'll snack you.
Hold on! But I just came out of there!
Don't play smart with me.
Dressing room 2. So this is Lami's dressing room.
Have you ever even think about going in there?
What was that? Was that a gunshot? Excuse you? Something's going on.
You, out of my way.
Emma!
Lami! It's not locked. I'm going in.
What just happened? Huh? July 7th, 9:30 p.m., Lami's dressing room. What's that awful noise? Oh, it's the concert. Oh! That's Salami's manager! Mr. What's his name? Latus? Oh no. Hey, you. Me? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Don't touch anything. I'll be right back. What do you mean? What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive! Mr. Latus, can you hear me?
Shot. Shot.
Who? Who shot you?
I don't know.
Ask what?
As witness.
Witness? There was a witness? Who?
Cold. So cold. Witness.
You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way.
Can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latus. Tell me, who was the witness?
Witness. Siren.
Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Mr. Latus! Yeah, Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. The concert's been canceled. Backup's on its way. Is Mr. Latus... He's dead, isn't he? That's terrible. I lost him. Well, Romain Latus, shot, and I heard his last words. The witness is the siren, whatever that means. Well, this turned into a murder case very quickly somehow. Hi there, Mr. Rocket Hair.
The venue's locked down. We took names and dresses for letting the crowd go.
Good luck, dying.
I'll let you know if I find out anything about the victim. Later.
It's investigation time then. Yeah, Fräulein Detective? I don't need some rock and rolling prosecutor to tell me that. One request I must make. Tell no one, on staff or otherwise, anything of this. Oh, a gag order. No word gets out other than that Mr. Latus is dead. No word of the cause of death or of the murder. Tell no one, not even Lamy? Not even her. We must keep everything under wraps. Oh, one other thing. I'll need your signature on this, Air Forward. Yours too, Fräulein. What? An investigation request? Wait. Are you gonna ask us to defend somebody? Why just us? You two are civilians. It's standard procedure. That should be okay soon, I think. Information concerning the crime to be restricted to police and related parties. Right, well, let's start with the investigation. I'm on it already. Ah, one tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get in the Fräulein Detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. Gee, I wonder why. We were all questioned as witnesses. And now none of us can go home. We'll investigate, alright. Our way. Somehow I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. I still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. This is no time for gazing. Let's crack this case. I worry about Tracy. She seems to have a very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something the matter? No. Well, let's get cracking. I'm the only one who was there. The only one who heard Mr. Latus's last words.
Witness is siren.
First order of business is to find out what he meant by siren. I assume he has to be talking about Lamy, right? That's what I would imagine at the very least. The siren of the ballad. Shot during the performance. He died after leaving me with his last words. Well, let's first examine this room, because I never even got to finish examining it before someone died.
What's that? It looks like some kind of future phone.
Not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset.
What's a headset doing on the floor? Wait, do you think Mr. Lasus might have been wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards.
I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED on this thing is lit. It must be on. That's the Gavanir's dressing room. The crime scene was Lamy's dressing room. Next door.
Never know where clues might be hiding, Apollo. Let's case this joint.
After you, Trucy, B.I. Lamy's dressing room.
The scene of the crime.
We're not supposed to go in there. I wonder who's gonna be the supposed... Don't claim that me and Emma were the ones who killed him. We were the closest thing to... Well... We were the... I don't even know if we were technically the first to find the body. I don't know. This is already weird. Especially considering the fact we never came across anyone in there, killer or witness. Yes. Unless the person that I don't know.
But aren't we involved? Aren't we duty-bound to investigate?
Sadly, no. Oh, the situation being what it is, maybe our best chance to do some snooping.
You.
That's the Blue Badger, the police mascot.
Does the Blue Badger have something to do with the band?
Well, yeah. The Blue Badger is the Gavanir's mascot, too.
Huh, go figure.
Hear those things fly off the shelves.
I'll have to take a closer look at one someday.
You. The murder.
No. Can I get a soda?
I'm thirsty, Apollo.
Want something to drink?
How about this one? A Steel Samurai soda.
No, in the real steel flavor.
Huh?
Here, my treat.
Hey, this isn't enough change.
Machines outside are cheaper. This one is highway robbery. Damn. Guilty as charged. A concert poster for the Guilty as Charged tour.
I love that name. Guilty as charged.
Seems kind of negative to me.
Well, why don't we do the opposite? Magician Trucy presents the Innocent as Charged tour.
Kind of loses its impact, doesn't it? Unfortunate. What's in the chest? Looks like an instrument case. A big instrument case.
There's a great magic trick you can do with one of these.
Huh? What kind?
The miraculous beautiful girl escapes the case illusion.
So it's the girl who's miraculous, not the escape?
So picky.
I can never be too sure with you, child. Alright. Whoa. Suddenly we have the stage. We can go to the stage? Ooh. What is... This stage looks like a mess.
Stage looks empty.
I was hoping to get a chance to talk to Prosecutor Gavin.
Oh well, nothing to do but go to the crime scene, I guess.
I guess.
Wow, that piano looks much bigger up close. Machi played so beautifully.
Yeah, like a real pianist.
That's just silly, Apollo. How can you call someone as good as Machi a pianist? Why, that's like throwing him in the same class as Dad.
Good thing Mr. Wright didn't hear that one. Damn.
What a big stage. It's on a whole other scale than the Wonder Bar.
The lights were so bright I couldn't see the whole first part of the concert.
I'd love to do my act on a stage like this someday.
Just hold back on the lights for my eye's sake, please.
You'll be too blinded by my magic to worry about my lights.
You probably don't want to blind the audience if you plan on showing the magic. What else? What about this system here? Look at all these electronic devices. I'm guessing they have something to do with the sound.
Why guess when we can fiddle? Let's see here.
Don't touch that.
Healthy curiosity is the key to a good investigation. When in doubt, fiddle. That's what Dad always says.
They should require parental testing, clearly. Now that's a big instrument case.
And that's the case for a contrabass, I think.
You could fit 20 violins in there, I bet.
It may look like a violin, but it's a completely different instrument.
You could fit 5 Trucians in there, I bet.
Hey, are you comparing me to an instrument? I wonder who left it sitting open like that.
Oh god, no. Look, a ladder! I guess they need one to work on the lights and such.
Why don't they use a stepladder? I prefer stepladders, really. Is that so wrong?
Not wrong, just... Well, why do you prefer stepladders?
They're so much more flexible than plain old ladders.
I prefer my ladders rigid and stable, thank you. Anything else? Not that I can see. Alright, let's head out of here then. Back to the hallway. What about the Gavanier's room? July 7, Gavanier's dressing room.
Huh, looks like nobody's here.
Prosecutor Gavin's probably busy with the case too. No rest for the wicked.
No rest for outside there, Apollo. Let's get rockin'. Rock, rock!
Just to be safe. New dialogue or... No, it's the same. You can never be too sure with these games, I feel. Alright. Enough moving around side to side. Let's go in the actual room. Oh god, I can see 2 big bullet holes on the left.
Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come.
You have to let us investigate the scene, please.
You're attorneys now. Shouldn't you wait until you have a client?
He just did tell me to ask the witness, the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count?
Clear me all you want. You'll get no snacks from me. Please. Think of poor Mommy. Oh well, I suppose. You did find the body with me.
Right, let's get to it.
Right. Just trying to touch anything.
She's letting us look, and she's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here, I can feel it. Leave no hanger unhung and no spot unspotted. But first, look at this badge.
You always carry that around. You always carry that around, do you? Just like Mr. Right.
What?
It's good to never let yourself forget who you are. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work.
Come to think of it, why do I carry this around? Well, I suppose that's one compliment it's got me.
Sorry. I can't comment on anything not scientifically relevant. I'm a forensic scientist, after all.
A self-styled one, at least. Sorry, can't comment. Ooh, glasses. I guess they're goggles, but whatever. Alright, no info. Let's examine first. That's a big old TV.
Apollo! Look at that thing! It's huge! That's a TV!
Yeah, a wide flat screen TV. I want one of those.
You know you're wanting thing for a long time on your salary, Junior. Wait till you're as famous as Mr. Right was, then dream. I don't think Dad was ever rich, even when he was in law.
Great, just stomp on my dreams, why don't you? Drink?
Oh, Apollo, can I eat some of those, please? Absolutely not. I know. But still, I yearn. Look, you're not the only one eyeing that fruit here. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's eat. Right.
Whoa, stop! Are you too crazy? Emma, you of all people should know better.
But she tempted me. She's a temptress.
Please, grow up. So nice to be able to see the posters in the background. There's literally just pixel on the DS. I didn't even think about that, but you're right. These things would just be a mesh of colors on a DS screen. There's another Gavanier's poster here.
I'm just about sick of seeing those personally. Maybe I'll tear it down.
No tampering with the crime scene, Emma.
Maybe there's something else I can tear to shreds. Don't look at me!
Do not destroy the child. What's this poster?
Let's see. This summer, a Legal Eagles production of Case Closed. Looks like a poster for a different show.
One I wouldn't mind seeing real soon. And what else? There are these flowers here. Oh, another ladder. I was pointing at the flowers, not the...
Actually, it's technically a stepladder.
Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination.
I'm less worried about the stepladder and more worried about why it's there.
Why is the ladder there? Well, to climb, right? Reach something on the ceiling?
I still say it's a stepladder.
Swear. There's a vent here now that you mention it, actually.
What's wrong, Paul? Your mouth is catching flies.
Nothing. It's nothing.
Maybe that's how the killer escaped. That's what you were thinking, right?
Huh?
When we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out. And that air vent is one possibility. That's much too small.
Not if the killer were about your size, Trucy. Did you do it?
I didn't do it!
Eh.
I was coming up the dance floor at the time, thank you.
I know. Of course I don't think you did it.
It's hard to tell you sometimes, Apollo.
Hey, what have I done? All I did was breathe and exist. Why is there a packet on the floor? What? Oh, that's not a packet. That's a gem.
Ooh, what a pretty brooch. Oh, Emma? You're not gonna say, can I have it, please, are you? Oh! Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't get you any special treatment with me. Aww.
It's not healthy to envy the young Emma.
It's not about MD, it's about tampering with evidence.
Note to self, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution.
You need to learn to respect your elders a little.
Something seems so familiar about that brooch. Let me guess. Seems strangely familiar. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess that... Oh, I can't have like a full portrait. I'm gonna assume that was hers. There's also the very notable bullet holes.
Are these bullet holes?
Looks like it. There are two here in the wall.
From the look of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have missed. But there are two holes. Wouldn't that mean two misses? The murder weapon is a .45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. I believe what we're seeing here is a mark left by the second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Ouch. Sounds painful.
No kidding. I wonder about this murder weapon. Speaker. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder.
Ah, that's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It pipes in real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up.
Yes, I seem to recall it being loud and vaguely musical. Made it hard to hear Mr. Latus's last words. Hey. Ooh, wait. Trucy's still after that brooch, clearly.
No way. If you want one that bad, get your dad to buy it for you. Dad says, Trucy, if you want something, go find or borrow it. And when in doubt, beg.
Leave it to Mr. Right. I should be concerned about Trucy's future. Trucy! But I'm more concerned about the owner of that brooch. Trucy! I don't know, Trucy. Maybe you don't have the world's best role model. You probably have the most interesting role model, but I'm not sure if it's the best. Let me take a look at this. I want to see if there's anything... What's back here? A sort of pin fastener for attaching things to clothes. Not a safety pin type, though.
So if it's not a safety pin, is it a danger pin?
Suppose if you stuck it in your eye, then yeah, sure. But you could do that with the safety pin, too, for that matter.
You're taking the fun out of my danger pin.
Oh, you're driving a danger pin through my heart here. Actually, why don't we present this? Look at this. Nope. Oh yeah, forgot. I don't know why I didn't think of this, but his corpse is still here. Should we have Trucy with us right now? Probably not. Trucy, look!
That's a body, isn't it? Sure is. The victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Go ahead, Apollo. You first.
Me? No, you should go first, Trucy. Apollo, don't!
Will you two stop bickering and get over here?
She's munching on Snackers again. Hopefully she's not too annoyed. Great.
Is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about, red stuff than I do. Yep.
Says who? Something strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? It looks like he was trying to write something. Sure enough, he's got blood on his hands. Oh, wait, is he holding something?
Apollo, look at his hand.
He's holding something.
Hey, no touching.
You can throw all the snacks at me you like, Emma. But sooner or later, you're going to run out of them.
You raise a good point. I haven't been intrigued by the scene. Let's take a look. Huh. See there? He's holding something. What's this?
A keyring?
You think it might belong to the killer?
Certainly a possibility.
Certainly a possibility.
What an unusual keyring. What unusual keys. I see Goral is written on the left key, the second key is a guitar, and the third key is completely normal. The keychain itself has a heart shape. Oh, interesting. I see something of note. Ain't that symbol on that purple, like, band thing the symbol of the Gavineers or whatever? This could be a vibe clue. Pretty sure that symbol there's the Gavineers. Whoops. There are 3 keys on this heart-shaped keyring. This middle key is shaped like a guitar?
I get it. It must be the key to the guitar case.
A guitar case key. I bet I know who this belongs to. Oh, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that Gavin's gonna end up being the person we have to defend. Nah, probably not. Kind of funny though. Wait. This body. Is there something I missed with the body? Hold on. Oh. Oh. The body was holding a keyring.
I wonder what it could mean. It must mean something.
It doesn't look like the kind Latus would hold. So the question is, whose keyring is it?
Well, you're practically a detective there, Apollo. Practically.
I'm glad it brings him so much joy to mock me. Damn you! Okay, now it's cleared up. Seeing these mirrors lined up like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing room.
You are in a dressing room. This must be makeup. I've never heard of most of these brands. Maybe they're Bourguignon. All I know is these sure don't make for much of a clue.
This is one of those, things, right? At the barber's.
A permanent dryer. Want me to curl those bangs of yours?
No thanks.
Better not mess with his hair, Emma. It's part of his identity, you know.
It is, alright. Lots of presents. Look at all these presents. Lami sure is popular.
Oh, I wonder what's inside. We can't open them, can we? Probably not a good idea. You never know what you might find in one of these boxes. Bombs, razors, ransom notes. It could be anything. I'm never having a birthday party again.
Damn, Emma. Way to traumatize a child. Do not open.
Look, there's a little window over here. Need a killer escape to that.
No. It's barely big enough for me to get my head through.
Not to mention it only opens a crack. What? I was just saying it's possible.
Right. No harm in that. Except I'm pretty sure it is impossible.
You could peek into the room through it though, you know?
Oh, I wonder then. If he's mentioning siren, then maybe the siren was using through this. Anyways, here's the murder weapon. At least I think. This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver?
That's right. A big 45 caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought this in here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those.
Oh.
Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it.
I didn't...
Listen, I was on the hall eating snackers when it happened.
I know! No one here thinks you did it, Emma.
It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo.
Hey, what have I done?
Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean they had planned this from the start. That's right?
That's a good point, actually. It could mean that. 45 caliber revolver. Very deadly.
You know, Apollo, I was wondering, what's a caliber, and what does the 45 mean?
Huh?
You want me to tell you? It's the size of the barrel. Silly, but the larger the caliber, the bigger the round. The bullet, in other words. Bigger bullets do more damage.
Wow, chalk one up for the forensic science.
You know it. But it's not 45 inches, right? That'd be too big. What's the unit of measurement they use, Miss Science? Well... Hush. Kids shouldn't ask so many questions.
Do you not know? Flowers. What an amazing bouquet. I mean, it's gigantic.
Not sure I approve. It'd be better if this flower was a bit more... Oh! The flower fell off!
What happened to preserving the crime scene, Emma?
It's fine, I'll just put it back, see?
How scientific. Alright, I think we've observed everything for now. Hi, Emma. Let me show you the revolver. So this is the murder weapon? This revolver is incredibly heavy.
It's been fired twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd.
What's odd?
Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair, tell us! It's just, something about this revolver seems strange.
Strange? I wonder. The middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber. That's where you load the bullets. A revolver, see?
Revolver. Sounds a bit like Wonder Bar. Especially if you say it really fast.
I guess.
You know, I always used to think... I used to think the closest sound to Wonder Bar was one liver. There's just so many words in the world of Apollo. Isn't it amazing?
So many different words, so many different people. People like Trucy. Yikes, don't point that thing at me!
Don't worry, I'm an old hand with firearms. I have one that shoots bullets.
I don't want it shooting any bullets, thank you.
Not those bullets, silly. My gun shoots bullets. The magic cat.
A cat? Comes out of a gun?
I can tell by your expression you've never heard of that trick. It's a great one.
Honestly, that one sounds halfway interesting. Yeah, how do you put a cat in a... Huh? How do you put a cat in a gun? Alright, examine this. Did I show you this? Well, now I have. Wait, I never even showed you the remaining things, did I? Wait, no, I did. I have no memory, apparently. Anyways, let's talk.
Mr. Romain Latouche, wasn't it? He's Lami's manager and interpreter, apparently. This was his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know many people here. Doesn't seem likely. Nor can I think of anyone with a motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who?
Lami. No one here might have had a motive, but she's from...
What are you talking about?
Hey, it was Emma's idea!
I said nothing.
Always with the snacks.
He's a big man. Or was. I don't think even I would win in a fight with him.
Which is why whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing.
We sent a request to the Burgundian embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone. You do?
That's true. It was us who found the body.
What? I guess that's what I missed for watching the concert.
Hey, I wish I was watching the concert. Anything would be better than this.
Well, we know the crime took place during the concert.
And when we heard the shot and entered the room, the killer was already gone.
What? But that doesn't make sense. You came in when you heard the shot and no one was here. How'd they leave the room?
That window is a little too small, isn't it? The mystery of the disappearing killer.
What do you think about this revolver?
Well, it's pretty big and heavy.
That's right. It's a .45 caliber. Makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry the guns this big.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much firepower to kill at such close range. It's overkill. I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I can only ever eat 1 or 2 bites.
That's not a problem?
There's another thing about the gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter.
So you're saying that whoever did it either was willing to take the risk and deal with the pain it could bring, or it was someone who was experienced enough and had to build for it that using a gun of that caliber would be pretty easy for him. Strain.
Yeah, say, if you were to fire this revolver, the recoil would probably dislocate your shoulder. Ouch! It's like the shooter's a victim too! Yet, the killer used this revolver and quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting.
Used to shooting a high caliber weapon. Huh.
Well, that's about it. I think we've looked at just about everything there is.
I guess you're right.
I know how you're feeling. It's hard to know when to stop. But anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but could you wait here until I get back?
What? Oh, actually, we have to...
Great, thanks.
Emma! She left. I need to take a drink of water because of you.
What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait.
Great, now how am I supposed to investigate?
Oh well, I guess that can't be helped. Let's go.
Huh? Go?
Time's a wasting, Apollo. We got a lot of ground to cover.
Well, that's true, but... On second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine.
Of course it will. Let's go.
Well, don't blame me! Blame the child! Excuse you? Hi? Who's there? But... Bye?
We didn't just imagine that, did we?
It was a magician like you! He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours?
Hardly.
Whoever that was, he sure looked suspicious. Hello? Are you in the box now? No. You didn't happen to go back in here, did you? Okay. Imagine I come in here and it's just like, I just see the text saying like, hey, there's something new here. It's just like, what do you mean? Wrong button. Let's go to the stage. I want to see the stage. Oh, someone's here. In the wings. It's... Hey, what is it with today? Problem after problem. Tongue.
Right, Kin.
It's the two leading members of the Gaviniers, Paul. Clavier on vocals and Darian on guitar. They're so cool.
I have a hard time thinking of Clavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly.
Huh? What are they arguing about?
Probably the case, I'd bet. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted, my guitar has been burnt to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now. What was all that about?
Hey, man, don't mind me. You were the one who missed the cue.
Me, Mr. Q. How could I conceivably get the most important part of the song wrong? How? And what was all that tinny playing of yours?
Who you calling Tinny?
Sounds like they're having a spat. One of those differences in musical direction bands are always splitting up over.
This is hardly the time. What are you two doing here? Hiya. I seem to have put you in a better mood. We were discussing the investigation, if you don't mind. Sorry. Wait, you were what? Listen, you need to confirm that with the Republic of Virginia, Detective Crescend.
Right. Anything else?
What did you just call him? Detective?
Ah, greetings.
Nice hair. Oh, you're the guy with the long hair.
Darian Crescent, Criminal Affairs Division 3.
Hello? Criminal Affairs?
Apollo, you really don't know anything about the Gaviniers, do you?
Something tells me that that's about to be remedied. Let's take a look around. Is everything the same? Surprisingly, I'm actually rather surprised. Look at my badge again. Ed, understand that I do not care about you. No. I think, let's go here. Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that right now. Even I can only take so much in one day. Funny, I always thought Prosecutor Gavin was one of those cool stoic types. The sort that never complains. How wrong was I? I was wondering if you knew anything about this. Perhaps. Does it look familiar? Familiar? It's mine! That's my keyring! Clavier, why was your keyring in the dead man's hand? I've been looking all over for it.
What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin.
I knew it.
Apollo, how can you make that I knew it face? It's the keyring that was...
Yeah, I know. Thanks anyways. So, where did you find it? Actually the victim was holding it. Like he was trying to keep it from the killer, even if it meant his life. What? What? The victim? You mean Mr. Latouche had my keys? Indeed. Oh, my trials be over.
Speaking of trials, I never heard Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has been today.
I was right about the fop, I'll give her that.
Hello! Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today.
I really don't think that's...
Tell us. And we'll keep mum about the keyring for now.
Are you blackmailing me, Fräulein? Emma, Trucy! Don't blackmail the prosecutor! Look at this gun that killed him. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? The murder, what else? Oh, that. For me, today has been a hit parade of crimes, you see.
Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Something about his hog and his guitar case.
Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Mr. Latouche than I do. Well, at least. Huh? You were the one who found the body, yeah? While we were in the middle of the performance, no less.
Are you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin?
I'll leave that to Fräulein Detective. One wants to step on her toes.
You're not exactly best buddies, are they?
It's certainly no Edgeworth and Gumshoe relation, but
And Prosecutor Gavin, I mean.
well, what to do next? We've already checked out the scene. Prosecutor Gavin might be right. We might be the most informed for once.
Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on things we found. I don't believe you, Apollo. How can you come to this concert and not know about the Gavineers?
It's not surprising. Why, even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists.
The Gavineers aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to the police somehow.
Police?
The real police. By day they pack heat, but by night they heat up the stage. By day those lips interrogate, by night they sing songs of unrequited passion.
Okay.
They debuted 7 years ago, but 13 years hard time for love.
Didn't you only just, like, yesterday find out about their existence?
Then came love with no chance of parole, and my boyfriend's the prosecution's witness. The list of hit goes on and on.
This is my right-hand man, Darian Crescent. I make melodies and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, really.
This guy's a bit of a perfectionist. When a performance goes the least bit wrong, he goes through his funk. Just like today.
And I'd hope murder would be a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert. The concert today? A disaster! I'll get to the bottom of this and then we'll see who missed a cue.
I missed Q. They were arguing about that before.
Great. I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. The missed cue?
What's this Miss Q you keep talking about?
You heard it, didn't you? From the audience.
Actually, I didn't notice anything.
See? No amateur is gonna pick up on that.
Can you guarantee an entire audience of amateurs? No! Now take a listen to this.
What's that?
A mixing board. We used it to record our concert tonight. Are we supposed to be investigating a murder?
Well, we've gotten this far. Might as well go all the way. I've always wanted to learn about the recording industry.
Alright, let's hear it. Guilty Love. This is but one of the devices used in recordings. We're a 5-part band. This lets us record each member's performance separately. Use the slides to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out. Interesting.
Wow, neat. So, could you say hear only the drum part?
Of course, that's how we'll find the criminal guilty of his missing cue. I'm more concerned with the other criminal, the one who kills people. You want help on the case? Then you help me with mine. I guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting. Let's begin. This... I'm sorry. There's something very funny about the prosecutor not really caring about the criminal before figuring out who messed up the song first. First, we bring up the part of the performance in question. You simply choose a section of the song you wish to hear on the uppermost bar, like so. There it is. Now, listen.
Was something wrong?
You couldn't hear it. Listen again, closely.
The timing's a little off, isn't it?
You see? There, right at the most important part. And even an amateur can hear it.
An amateur with a mixing board, maybe.
You're missing the point. We'll never stamp out crime until we're perfect. Perfect!
Here he goes again.
Right, amateur, you'll prove my point. Me? You will find the missed cue. You will tell us which instrument, which part is the guilty party. But how? Did I not just explain it? Move the slides with the WNS to adjust the volume for each part. Then you will find the part that hopelessly bungles the cue with A and D. You'll find it with your untrained amateur ears.
Nothing to do but try, Apollo.
I guess. I'll admit, this looks kind of fun. That's a quick review. Dynamic move to adjust the part's volume, jump to another section of the song with Q and E, and use A and D to switch parts, right? Got it. Once you find out, because probably Prasada pointed out. Time to rock. So it was this part here. So I want to hear it all by each instrument individually. Okay, I want to hear. Oh, what the heck happened there? Okay, that one sounds fine. It sounds a bit weird, but it also sounds on tune at the very least. I think the culprit's number 2. 2, I think, dropped it. It's you. This part is off. What is that? Second guitar.
It was you, Diane! Oh, well, looks like the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, well, that's all you have to say! That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Diane!
Here they go again.
Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask about the concert. It's starting to feel like we're just wasting time.
It's all experience under our belts. That can't be bad.
Allows music to be played in separate tracks. I still can't get over the title for that song. Guilty Love. You were saying something about your motorcycle not starting?
And something about your guitar case being busted?
You're well informed.
You mentioned it a few times.
Ah! Yeah, but it all happened this morning. It's all this keyring's fault. The keyring? It's got all my keys on it, huh? My bike key, my car key, and the key to my guitar case.
Wait, so this keyring...
It disappeared. I thought I put it on in my jacket pocket. Prosecutor Gavin's keyring disappeared? I had to come to the concert by taxi. How embarrassing. And in order to get my guitar, I had to break the lock. Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that... The very one. Up in flames. Wow, damn. That thing is gone. And right on stage, too.
I actually thought that was part of the show.
Crazy. And to top it off, Mr. Latus's life was taken. Nobody told me about days like these. Strange days indeed. You think? What's wrong, Trucy?
Well, I was just trying to make sense of everything. First, this heart-shaped keyring gets stolen. Then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Then Mr. Lutus dies.
You know, it is a very interesting series of events. Almost feels like it was planned out in a way. Yes, and...
Could it all be really just a coincidence?
Coincidence? Meaning? Diane, can you make any sense of all this?
Hey, don't look at me.
What do you think, Apollo?
Huh?
I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned.
You aren't thinking what I think you're thinking. Are you, Fräulein?
I am.
What? What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark, Spike here.
The name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about?
Haven't you noticed a connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today?
Well... I think I might have... His bike won't start. He had to break his guitar. You know, something was bugging me too. That keyring and the guitar and the body.
Slow down there, Polly. You look a wee bit dizzy.
He's bluffing. He hasn't figured it out. Fist up. If you're a man, you're as close as I am.
Huh? No, give our forehead a chance. Let's see your evidence of the connection. Shall we? Evidence? I better think of something, Prano.
Come on. Let's see it. What's the connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles?
Wait, don't tell me. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight. I wonder. You can't be talking about this, are you? It's this, isn't it?
Lyric sheet? Guitar serenade? What's that got to do with anything?
It has everything to do with everything. Though I wouldn't have believed it if the Fraulein hadn't pointed out.
What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles.
It's a coincidence, or perhaps it means something. Don't you think, Fraulein?
I do. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics of this song.
Oh, yeah. In a way, it kind of is, isn't it? Hang on, let me look at them lyrics one more time. On that night, in your embrace, when you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight. So the keys. Pleasure, but a fleeting memory. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. Burning on in my heart, fire, burning my love away, all away. Like a boil of love, fire, take my life away, all away.
What? No way!
Look, just think about everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. Let's list them in the order that they occurred. While reading this lyric sheet,
First, the keyring was stolen.
and not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring.
That's right here. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on so tight. This is a heart holding keys.
Next, his guitar burst into flame.
Burning on in my heart, art fire, burn my love away.
And then Mr. Latus was killed.
Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away. But that's crazy.
Yeah, no kidding.
So everything's that's happened today here. This song predicted it all.
Or perhaps it was the other way around. Huh? The criminal could have based their crime on the lyrics. Didn't I hear that you made the lyrics? Who would go through all that trouble? Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubt. I believe you stumbled upon something quite vital. And quite annoying, Fraulein. This is such a goofy sprite. She looks pleased.
Lyrics predicted the crime. Clavier?
Seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me.
I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, and the murder.
The keyring might have been dropped by accident. Yet the victim was holding it. Hard to think that it was unconnected. That's true. Prosecutor Gavin's as calm and collected as ever.
So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics.
That sounds likely.
Why would anyone do that?
While we think about that, I'm gonna get cracking on the biggest crime here. I'm gonna talk about the Borginian embassy about this. It's Mr. Latus.
Ah, alright. Thanks, Dorian.
I'll leave the partner and mistress to you. I'm out of here.
For one national, Mr. Latus was killed. It seems that that would have to be the point of all this. But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery.
Mr. Gavin sure is irritable today.
Maybe this is the real Prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in the courtroom. I've had enough, frankly. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them to yourselves. Yeah? Yeah. I guess this is all we're going to get from Prosecutor Gavin. That leaves Lamy to question. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where Lamy is right now? No, I had to go to my dressing room. With that pianist, Machi Tobai. And of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. Latus' sudden passing. The Gavineer's dressing room. Got it. If there's one person who might be able to translate, it might be that kid.
Again! You! Who's there? Get back here!
There he goes again. Who is that guy? Huh? Trucy.
You know, he did look sort of familiar.
So he is a friend of yours.
No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember.
Curiouser and curiouser. Ah, very well. Gavinier's dressing room.
Ah, Mommy!
What has happened? Wait, I thought you couldn't speak English. What?
What has happened? I heard that Mr. Latus has died.
Mommy? You speak? I mean, you speak English.
Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Virginia. But I am not Virginian by birth. But wasn't Mr. Latus your interpreter? That. Yes, well, it was Mr. Latus's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see?
Oh. Interesting. Then your pianist is also...
No, Machi Tabai is Virginian. He does not speak English. Now please tell me. What has happened to Mr. Latus? Why did he... Actually, Mr. Latus was...
Trucy?
Huh?
Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said? Not a word.
But Mr. Latus is Lami's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party?
Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I suspect.
Oh, you've been supposed to wait here in this room. It's very unsettling.
I'm sorry. We're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions?
Of course. I am always willing to help.
She's as calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lami. Error.
What is it, Machi?
Error.
What? But you'd be alone.
Error. What seems to be the problem?
Machi, he is not good around strangers. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright?
Sure, of course.
Unless you killed him.
Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about?
Ooh, what a calming theme. A calming theme that I think I'm going to end today on, because I was planning to go a little bit longer, but I think I'm just a bit tired today. And I don't want to fill up the recording with just yawns and stuff if I can prevent it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and end for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.